Sup Shredders, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands, and welcome to SB Reviews, where today we're going to be checking out 4 tracks from a group, an act named Alpha Circle. Switch over here to Spotify, where I've continued to remember that you can make it full screen. We're going to be listening to 4 of their tracks from start till finish, and we're going to hear what we think starting from Circles. So let's go.
We walk in circles, hoping that one day we'll fit into an orbit. So many.
I'm liking how sort of instantaneous everything is. The vocals come in so cleanly and smoothly with that guitar, the arpeggios going on. Let's go back to the start again. I want to hear it. I want to hear it again. Let's go. That bass. What a gorgeous tone to that bass guitar. Rule of fourths. Harmonies applied. Kicks driving, dude. I have a lot of respect for the way they've recorded this. I like how those guitars were panned when we came in as the hook. I'm glad. I like how the energy level rose up for that hook there. I like how we're staging and phrasing those individual and harmonized vocals in this chorus really nicely. Repeating those vocal melodies for effect. Ooh. That like really quick 8th note groove.
When we see darkness, we find a light is always there beneath the surface.
I like how we got 2, 3, 4. I like how we have 3 bars per half of the verse. I think that's kind of dope. That's kind of different. No, 6 bars. Right, because I've established that we've got an 8th note groove. Oh, and then we have the 2 at the end, right? We are songbirds and we're family. Let's all chirp together happily. Those are beautiful lyrics, aren't they? There's a sort of a sense of innocence and a sense of love and adoration around them. Sort of a familial respect. A need for connection. These kind of jangly, kind of clean electric guitar chords, man. They're so warm and fuzzy, dude. Nice delay to that lead. Ooh, bit of tension in that. I like how we're not playing it too safe with the single. There's a little bit of dissonance there, but just the tiniest amount to kind of keep that engagement. Ooh. I like that range. I like how that's a sometimes thing. Yeah, I'm bopping my head. Those occasional really fast kind of snare fills are dope. Melody is in the key of hope. I dig it. Beautiful. Excellent. Keeping that sort of lyrical theme continued throughout. Overdub's cool. Oh, we got Groovin up next. Ooh, bit of grit to that guitar there at the end for the outro, but not too aggressive. Bit of sass. I like that. I adore it. It's been a while since I listened to music like this, you know, from this sort of genre. I review like a lot of hip hop and a lot like kind of heavier rock and some electro stuff. This is nice. I want to hear more of this when I do these reviews. Not that I dislike the other music I listen to, but it's nice to have this sort of angle, these sort of genres from time to time, you know. But that was Circles, anyways. I'm just gonna have a quick listen through. Can I go back here? Can I drag back here? Nope, it doesn't want me to do that. I'm not a massive fan of the way it's turned out. I love the hope and the passion in the hook of the song, and I love the instrumental work in this. I think they're very competent musicians, very professional. Like you could hear this on the radio. You'd vibe to this on the radio, and Alpha Circle are taking their music seriously, and it shows. They're taking their careers seriously. So we're going to listen to Groovin next. This is exciting. I'm liking this. Ooh. Kind of like a sort of semi-dire straight sound, eh? I wonder if they're recording with Stratocasters. I liked having that instrumental start to it. I think it was really cool to have that angle to it. I like that we're aware of when we need to sort of step back from having the vocals as the focal point. Very funky, isn't it? That was cool. I was thinking that bridge was going to be the hook, but no, we put it up another level. Yeah. No, I am well impressed with what these guys are doing. Like, I'm not faking this. I don't always kind of nod my head to stuff, but when like I can feel that kind of groove, that accent, and I can follow it, it's nice, man. It's at a pace where you can sort of gel with it and vibe with it. Man, Alpha Circle are a pretty dope act. Like, not even joking. Like, I'm glad that they're getting a bit of playtime. I saw this like 26,000 like listens on a few of their tracks. You know, it's good. It's good. I think they'll continue to grow. The drummer is putting in work. Like as a drummer myself, like listening to this guy go, man, he's really sick. He's a really sick drummer. I'm liking how well the guitarist and bassist are playing along with it. Because like it's the one thing to sort of like kind of play well as a drummer or a guitarist or a bassist, but then to also be able to play in a way that accommodates the vocalist, the singer, and their main melody, and to sort of enhance the experience. That's another thing entirely. I've got a lot of respect for that. You can tell these guys have been playing as a group for a wee while, you know? Or they sound like it anyways. Really clean melodies at that higher range. The singer knows their low and high kind of limits and kind of excels within them. The guitarist as well, I think, is conscious of that. Again, they're keeping within their own sort of best ranges, and I adore that. That's really cool. Really careful, considered musicianship. Ooh. More of the bass, please. Oh, that vibrato, that kind of... Ooh, I like it when it's exaggerated like that. Now, see, that's something you don't really get in a 2.5 minute track. It's like a little bit of a sort of an instrumental section in that bit, like a middle eight or something. And back in that hook. Like, the concern for me is that when a band has that, like, what is that little break communicating to people? Like, this isn't me criticizing the use of it in the song, but I'm not really sure why that was there. Was it like meant to sort of represent sort of taking a break from the dancing and just kind of taking it all in, what you've been involved with? Is that what that's meant to represent? And like the outsiders in music going through the walls or something like that? You know, being able to escape your trouble. Oh, that was a very abrupt finish, wasn't it? You know, being able to dance your troubles away and sort of escape from the dramas and just enjoy yourself is very important. I can understand now. I'm liking the range that these guys have, you know? The first song being about singing as a family and sort of having hope, and this one about kind of like just enjoying living life to the fullest. There's a sort of a sense of positivity this I can appreciate. And it helps that they can play really well. Sweet Talking Time, number 3. Ooh. Where are we going with this? Really pretty album art as well. I'm really glad that I can show the album art now using the full screen. Like, don't get me wrong, I know this has probably been a thing for a very long time, but I didn't figure it out until now, so... Literally a year after doing these reviews. This piano works kind of pretty. Sorry. I'm not bored. It's been a very long day today. Oh. I'm liking how those guitars have been sort of staged in there as like kind of a pad light kind of thing. It's sort of a vulnerability for... That bass has been recorded and produced so well, dude. I love how that bass guitar sounds. Oh, those slides are incredible. That's a bassist that knows what they're doing. Very... Nah. I was about to say a bassist that knows what they're doing is an extremely rare species, but I know a lot of bassists who can play really well. I know there's a lot going on with the music, but I'm trying to sort of get a gauge of what the lyrics are about. Like, this song is evolving so much in the space of like 2 and a bit minutes. It's phenomenal how well these guys move in that short space of time. There's no filler, really. There is a complexity to the overall harmony that's very welcome. Well, that kind of falsetto-ish kind of thing there is gorgeous, eh? Yep, the drums are staying strong in there, man. That bass tone, oh, that bass tone is so thick and luscious, dude. I cannot get over that. I'm glad that we had the piano at the start. I don't really think the piano had much of a place at this point of the song, so I'm glad they knew to kind of bow it out. Are we fading out? How classy, dude. How classy is that, man? That's gorgeous. I don't really feel like I know what the song is about, though, so I'm just gonna, like, go out of this, scroll through it using the regular Spotify player, and then come to the big screen, okay? She was a shoulder to cry on. Is this like about a woman who's going through her own struggles, trying to come to terms with like loss or something like that? Yeah, I'm gonna need a bit more time with this track to figure it out. This one's a little bit more mysterious. But I will come back to it my own time. Usually these reviews are kind of like first impressions kind of one. I think I need to sort of listen to the song without being in review mode to really sort of take it all in. There's usually like a first impressions kind of thing. But I did enjoy the track, don't get me wrong. I did enjoy it a lot. I've enjoyed my time with all three of these tracks actually. And we're going to finish off with Cold Again, who I think is actually the most recent track. And that'll probably be the 4 for tonight, which is kind of, it's exciting. It's good. I really enjoy being able to review music. It's really cool. It's one of my favorite things to do. Yeah, man. Alpha Circles, Cold Again. Got that rain coming in, like the album art. Single art, I mean. Oh, that piano coming in. Oh, that piano is gorgeous. Oh, wow. Sounds like a Final Fantasy theme song or something like that. Oh, ballad.
Lying around all this bright blue sky. Never before have I seen your mind, but tonight I'll learn to fly.
This feels like a step up from their previous tracks. It's sort of more sort of grandiose.
Climbing walls are your metaphors. That's why I choose to shut those doors. How can it be that I'm so alone? But tonight I'll learn to fly.
Alright, we're learning to fly.
Cold again. My veins have lost their feeling so
Is the guitarist the pianist?
Short again, this slump has got me feeling like my mind won't go away. No, 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 no. Cold again.
It's nice to have a more piano-centric kind of track. I think that you can get a lot of color in there with the piano, and you can get it in there with the guitar too. It's just, it's got a more, I would argue in certain situations, the piano is sort of more, no, it's a tricky thing for me to say. It's very subjective, I suppose. It just, obviously with two hands on a piano, you're just able to cover a lot more space and a lot higher range of notes. So you've got a few more options to deal with in certain situations.
Yesterday's happiness, reminded by the ghost sword cries. But life's a train with the same destiny for us all. We'll learn to fly.
This new for also will learn to fly. So we're talking about death and kind of waiting for it. Is that it?
Cold again, I believe this desperation. Sword again, this slump has got me feeling like my mind won't go away. No, no, no.
So is this about like the inner anguish of someone who's sort of struggling with mental health issues or something like that? Are we talking about sort of depression and those other kind of things? I don't want to sort of be too on the nose about it, but that's my impression of this.
Cold again.
Ah, cool. We're building upon that sort of existing sort of piano part. Wow, that's dope sort of arpeggio on that left hand. I'm liking how we're able to solo on that right hand. And I'm also liking the fact that we're not getting that the vocals to interfere with it. We're letting the right hand have its part.
Cold again, I believe this.
Hey, guitars come in.
This slump has got me feeling like my mind won't go away. No, 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 no.
Yeah, man, I'm bopping. Like, it's not like I think if it had been any heavier than this, it almost would have been less believable. You know, like sometimes people go quite a little bit too overboard with the heaviness at the end of like a build or something like that. To have a kind of a more mature sort of crescendo like this, where you just have that extra guitar coming in, it's overdriven. It's kind of, you know, grumpy. It's kind of intense and passionate, but it's contained itself. Oh, okay. We had a key change. I was not expecting this, and I like that I didn't expect that. Oh, we won't be listening to the Groovin next, we're going to listen to that one. Excellent form. No, I respect this. Well done on these 4 tracks. Well done to Alpha Circle on these 4 tracks. Cold Again, Circles, Groovin, and Sweet Talking Time. I think we listened to Circles first and then Groovin, Sweet Talking Time, and then Cold Again. Anyway, I think Circles and Sweet Talking Time were released back in 2019. Groovin in 2020, and Cold Again, I assume, was this year. And yeah, it's really great to listen to this group. Alpha Circle are clearly talented musicians. They have all the right musical chops. I'm wondering where they would go from here. You know, we have Circles, which was about the sort of like the circle of life and everyone sort of being together and connected. Groovin, which is kind of like letting go and stuff and kind of like letting loose and being the best version of yourself you can possibly be. Sweet Talking Time, which I'm still not quite figured out yet, and I need more time with it. And then Cold Again, which I can only assume is about like kind of inner torment and inner turmoil and kind of coming to terms with your existence and maybe like an existential crisis or something like that. But coming to terms with reality and your place in it. And yeah, that's a bit of a darker one, but I think it's okay to touch upon sort of less happy, positive aspects. I mean, you had Circles, which at my initial sort of assessment was a bit more of a positive, upbeat one, and Groovin as well. I think ultimately, so it's good that they're balancing out the sort of the relative sort of subject matter involved in their songs. I'm wondering where they would go after Cold Again, whether they'd continue to make messages about life and people coping with it and their sort of struggles or whatever. And well, we will see. You know, I do hope they put out more music though. They all know how to play their instruments very well, and the singer is very capable and confident within that range, and I can respect that confidence. I don't think they needed to do any more with their pipes in order to make themselves stand out. I liked how we had sort of the group backing vocals as well come in. I've got a lot of love for most of the things that were happening within this. It's really cool. And the recording, mixing, and mastering was done very well. I'm always very proud of people who record using acoustic instruments. I know that almost sounds a little bit condescending. It's not. It's that a lot of the stuff these days is produced on electronic instruments or there's samples. So to hear people record on like a sort of an acoustic drum kit, for example, is just something I quite like, you know. But then also I try to be non-biased about it. Each of these tracks had their own sort of unique personality. They showcase the best abilities of the group. And I'd say that'd be professional enough sounding to sort of get airplay if they wanted to. So we will see what happens with Alpha Circle. But thank you very much for watching this review of Alpha Circle's various tracks. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Stay cool, stay safe, and remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time. As you all to help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on. And please do also check out Alpha Circle Spotify. See you later. Spider hands out.